Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Sarbanes-Oxley's edition. Today we have an individual who claims to be a Sarbanes-Oxley know-it-all. Please welcome Michael.
Hey Boomy, it's great to be here today. I've been studying up on Sarbanes-Oxley since it got passed on July 30th, 2002, just for this day. The crowd's looking kind of small, don't you think?
Hold up. How the hell would you know that there will one day be a Sarbanes-Oxley edition of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And yes, the crowd, it's a small crowd here today with 4 people. Attendance. Wait, what? Oh, I guess somebody went to the bathroom. Wow.
Well, you see here, I had a great professor by the name of David Weber. The man changed the world of ethics and allowed for this day to happen. Well, that's okay that the crowd is small. I'm sure we'll have a bunch of viewers from home tuning in.
Well, look at that. We got a bit of a suck-up here today. And to be completely honest, we do not have the high hopes for a lot of viewers tuning into this episode. Maybe all the 35 accounting majors who have been forced to watch this episode.
Well, okay. Guess that's better than no one watching the episode today.
Yeah, if you say so. Either way, my ass is getting paid today, and you get a chance to win $1 million. So, shall we begin?
Yeah! I'm ready to go home $1 million richer.
Okay, just to go over, there are a maximum of 15 questions that you'll be asked in order to reach the $1 million. You have several lifelines today. You have the choice of using a 50-50, which eliminates 2 of the wrong answers. You have a phone a friend and ask the audience. The first question of the day is for $100. What year was the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002 passed? Is it 1999? 2001, 2002, 2005.
LOL. You gotta be kidding me with this question. Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002? Come on now, I wonder what year it could be. I'm gonna go with C, 2002 as my final answer.
You got it right. You're now $100 richer. So move on to our next question for $200. All right. Now the question is, who were the senators or House of Representatives responsible for the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002? Was it John McCain and Ben Cardin, Ted Cruz and Richard Shelby, Paul Oxley and Mike Sarbanes, Paul Sarbanes and Mike Oxley?
Well, I know the answer isn't A or B. Those just don't make any sense. It has got to be either C or D. I'm gonna go with D as my final answer. It is definitely Paul Sarbanes and Mike Oxley.
Yeah!
Woo! Boom! You got it right. Now let's move on to our $300 question. From which major company scandal brought about Sarbanes-Oxley? Apple, Microsoft, Intel, Enron, WorldCom, and Tyco, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, MasterCard, Visa, and American Express.
Well, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn were not around in 2002 as public companies. I know it wasn't related to any credit card company. I would have to say the final answer is B, Enron, WorldCom, and Tyco, and that is my final answer.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're on a roll here, kid. You're on a roll for $500. The question is, which oversight board was created by SOX? Is it GAP? Is it PCAOB? Is it GAAS? Or is it the AICPA?
Another pathetically easy question. I'm going to have my million faster than anyone else. The answer is B, PCAOB. And that is my final answer.
For $500. The answer is correct.
Woo!
Now, before we move on to our $1,000 question, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's get to know who you are.
Well, I attended the University of Maryland, where I majored in accounting. To be honest, I didn't really learn much and had a tough time paying attention. In fact, I couldn't even tell you what an income statement had on it or a balance sheet. I think it's something like revenues, expenses, and some liabilities somewhere. But thanks to a fantastic professor, I learned a shit ton in ethics class and even had the chance to improve upon my shitty acting.
Hopefully you learned a lot about SOX. But without further delay, let's move on to our $1,000 question. Who has oversight authority over the PCAOB? Is it the SEC, the FDIC, Congress, or the President?
Yet again, an easy question that I would have to go with the answer being A, the SEC. And yes, Boomy, that is my final answer.
But look at you. Aren't you a know-it-all? Were you this big of a douchebag in college? Well, it's another correct answer on the board. Let's move on to our next question for $2,000.
That wasn't very nice of you to say. Can you even say that on TV?
Crying like a little bitch, are we? I can say whatever I want. We got 5 people who are forced to sit in a live audience and only 35 people tuning in on their TVs. Moving on to a $2,000 question, since I'm trying to get the fuck out of here too. How many board members of the PCAOB are appointed by the SEC? Is it 2, 4, 5, or 6?
I think I'm gonna have to use my 50-50 lifeline on this one. I don't seem to recall the answer.
Alright, we shall use that 50-50 lifeline. The computer will eliminate 2 of the wrong answers. Answers. You have 4 and 5 left.
Damn, that didn't help me out at all. I guess I'm gonna take a guess, and I'm gonna go with C, 5, as my final answer.
Ouch. Not looking good. Looks like I will be going home early enough. You got the last answer right!
Yes!
Moving on to the $4,000 question. What does the PCAOB do? Is it A, register public accounting firms, B, conduct inspections and investigations, C, establish audit and quality controls, and etc., D, all of the above?
Why not just give me the answer? It's clearly C.
Are you sure that will be your final answer?
Oh, wait, hold on. I meant the answer is D. That's my final answer.
In the case Free Enterprise Fund versus PCAOB, which of these are not part of the constitutional challenges brought up by the Free Enterprise Fund? Is it A, Appointments Clause, B, Non-Delegation Clause, C, Independent Clause, or D, Separation of Powers Doctrine?
Easy enough. I remember reading about this in one of the articles assigned by my favorite professor. The answer is C. That is my final answer. Time for the $16,000 question. I can almost smell the $1 million.
Get a little cocky now. Guess we'll just move on to our $16,000 question. Which report is subject to the requirements? A.
Hold up. I know this one already. The answer is definitely A. That is my final answer.
Well, okay then, asshole. Don't let me finish the question, just cut me off. But the answer is correct, so we're going to move on to the next question.
Thank God.
So for $32,000, the question is, which is a penalty for disclosing non-public information?
Look, I'm just going to cut you off again and tell you if any of the answers are...
Listen here, you rude punk. Clearly they didn't teach you anything about manners.
Well, yeah, clearly they didn't. I told you. All I know is random information about SOX. Like I was saying, the penalty could be investigation by the SEC, criminal and civil prosecution, 10 years prison sentences, and penalties up to $1 million or 3 times the amount of any profits or losses, whichever is greater. So, if I'm not mistaken, this makes my next question for $64,000.
I really hope you lose it all.
Yes, you'll be correct. Let's go to the $64,000 question. $1,000 question. Who is personally liable if there is a compliance violation? A, CFO, B, CEO, C, Vice President, or D, the President?
Well, let's think this through. I wouldn't really say the answer is up there. According to Section 802, whoever knowingly alters, destroys, mutilates, conceals, covers up, falsifies, or makes a false entry in any records, documents, or tangible object with the intent to impede, obstruct, or influence the investigation or proper administration of any department or agency of the United States, or contemplation of any such matter or case shall be fined, imprisoned not more than 20 years, wake the fuck up, or both. Though the CEO and CFO do certify all financial statements sent the SEC's way.
Oh. Sorry. Even with a curveball question, we can't seem to send you packing, huh? I guess it's that time for the $125,000 question. What does Section 409 of SOX states?
My mans, what kind of question is that? Do you know how many sections there are?
Can you let me finish my fucking question? Jesus.
The fuck, man?
Is it A, you answered the damn question wrong and we can all go home now? B, I'm sick and tired of your shit. C, the companies publicly disclose additional information concerning material changes in the company's financial conditions or operations. D, extend the statute of limitations in private securities fraud actions to the early of 2 years after the discovery of the facts constituting the violation of 5 years from the violation. Wait. Sir, I finished.
It can't be A or B. I need to phone a friend.
Damn, I'm surprised you have any. But sure, who would you like to call?
I'm gonna call my friend Angela.
All right, we'll call him right now.
Hello?
Hey, this is Bowie from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You got your friend Michael going for $125,000, and he needs your help.
Awesome. What's the question?
Hey,
Hey Angela, can you Google Section 409 of Sarbanes-Oxley and tell me what it is?
I mean, will I get any money if I do this for you?
Nah.
Whatever. Figure it out yourself.
ouch. Guess they really aren't your friend.
Fuck them. I'm gonna go with the answer being C, and that's my final answer.
You lucky son of a bitch. Looks like you made it to the round of the final 3 questions. In this round, I'll give you a scenario, and 3 questions will follow them.
That's what I'm
The
talking
first of which being the
what's up.
$250,000 question, then the $500,000 question, followed by the $1 million question.
That's what I want.
Since you didn't use your Ask the Audience lifeline, you'll be able to discuss the scenario in each question with the audience before submitting your final answer. Are you ready?
If you're not first, you're last.
Okay, I think that means you're ready. Here's the scenario.